Welcome to Kansas City Stars Hockey and tonight's Mid-America High School Hockey League game between the Kansas City Stars and the Kansas City Saints. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rob Plamondon. Well, the Stars back home after sweeping the Wichita Junior Thunder in Wichita last weekend, something that hadn't been done to the Thunder since, gosh, it's been a while, probably a good 4 or 5 years. So a great weekend for the Stars, and they hope to continue that momentum here as they take on the much improved Kansas City Saints, who come into this game with a record of 1 win, 1 loss, and 3 ties. And while the record may not show a lot, this is a team that is much better than what we've seen in the past, a team that is very physical, can move the puck well, and they have some good players that can put the puck in the net. These two teams played the first weekend of the season. It was a 3-3 tie, not surprising given the Saints record. A game that the Stars led 3-1 after 1 period, but a second period that saw the Stars get a little bit undisciplined, pick up some penalties, including a couple of 5-minute major penalties, which allowed the Saints to score a couple of times in that second period. The game ended in a 3-3 tie. Well, the teams will be wrapping up their warm-ups here in a few seconds. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the starting lineups. You're watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey. And now for the night's starting lineups, let's turn it over to the public address and the one, the only, the incomparable Mr. James Taylor.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Kansas City Ice Center for the Mid-America High School Hockey League varsity matchup between the visiting Kansas City Saints and your Kansas City Stars. Now, let's get tonight's starting lineup. First for the Saints, number 4, Lincoln Payne. Number 22, Julian Buckland. Number 20, Houston Buckland. Number 8, Easton Davis. Number 43, Jacob Mitchell. And we go to 35, Dave Hope. And now, the starting lineup for your Kansas City Stars. At forward, number 9, Greg. Forward, number 12, Oliver Sanders. And middle, center, number 74, Ashton Schimmel. On defense, number 2, Thatcher Henley.
Well, just about to get underway here. It's a crisp, cool, rainy Friday evening here at the Kansas City Ice Center, but the weather never stops hockey, and we'll be underway in just a moment. It's the Stars and the Saints from the Kansas City Ice Center. The Saints wearing some, looks like some new sweaters this year, white with blue trim. They got a blue and yellow stripe across the midsection. Blue breezers on white socks with the blue and yellow trim. The Stars wearing their home red sweaters. Right off the face-off, it's Grant. Grant in with a shot. Post makes the save. Sent around the boards. Picked up there by one of the Saints ahead to Buckland. Buckland takes it behind his own net. Now plays it ahead off a stick. Kept in the zone by Grant, who spins it back toward the net. Intercepted in the slot area and taken out of the zone. Buckland Pass hit a Star, went right back to him. He plays it across. Now it goes to Lucian Buckland. Picked up by Schimmel. Schimmel carries it back into the zone. Lost it. Grant there to pick it up. He plays it toward the slot area. Nice defensive play to clear it away. Now Davis gets it ahead to Lucian Buckland. Buckland, Tillery with a nice play to intercept the puck just inside the red line. Comes back into the Saint zone. Played off the boards. Ahead now to Whitehead. He plays along the boards with Emily. They get tied up in the corner. A couple players digging at it. Riggs was in there for the Stars. Number 3 for the Saints. Riggs came away with it. Chips it over to Emily in the corner. Emily plays it up the boards. Thayer pinching in down low with Gorder. There for the Stars. Tillery plays it around the boards. Spiker tried to chip it ahead. A good play by one of the Saints to keep it in. Now the Stars do get it out. The puck loose just outside the blue line, and the Saints will pick it up. Ahead to Quarter. Up to Wilson. Wilson in the zone, lost the puck. Then had it taken away by Spiker. Nice play by Spiker ahead to Riggs. Had it knocked off his stick. The puck squirts to the corner. One of the Saints and Spiker going after the puck along the board. Spiker comes away with it for the Stars. Had it knocked off his stick, but Spiker catches up to it to keep it in the zone. Mitchell banks it off the boards. Puck of the blue line. Comes out into the neutral zone, back into the Stars area where Brody Jensen picks it up. His pass off Riggs' leg. Goes in behind the net, no icing. Mitchell avoids Gorder, has the puck behind his own net. Stick handling there, now brings it out far side, plays it ahead off a stick. Pass was Fandon. Now played ahead into the Star zone. Here's a shot just wide of the goal. It's Caleb Weddlestedt in goal for the Stars. McCray with it. McCray had it knocked off his stick. Valentine backhands it up to Swan, but the puck came out of the zone and brought back in offside. I want to thank all of you who are watching live on the Kansas City Stars YouTube channel, or if you're watching the replay, thank you for watching. Here's Valentine with it, plays it across off the stick of Jones. He gets it back. Hit there by Hicks along the boards. Saints still have it. Centering pass off a stick, comes right out in front. Here's a shot that was blocked. And Glendenning picks it up for the Stars. Glendenning up the left-hand side. The defenseman fell down. Here's Glendenning in the zone. Glendenning with a shot, and he lifted it over the net off the glass. McCray keeps it in momentarily. Comes out of the zone back to center where Reuter picks it up. Reuter carries it into the zone. Reuter tried to cut it toward the center. A nice play by one of the Saints to deny that, but Reuter gets it back. Reuter still with the puck behind the net. Still with it in the corner, has Swan down there with him. Reuter threw it right out in front, back to Glendenning. He tried to get a shot up, but a good play by number 8 to block that. From the point, here's Schutzler with a shot. The puck off the end board, came right to the side of the net. Centering attempt by Swan, that was intercepted. Back the other way comes Valentine, had it knocked off his stick at center as he tried to head to the bench. And the puck shot up over the board onto the Saints bench, so we'll have a face-off. It looks like they're going to have it just outside the Saints zone. Nope, they're going to have it at center. Face-off controlled by the Saints, played ahead, but Sanders stepped in front of a pass, comes back into the zone, played across McIntyre, grabs it there at the top of the circle. Ahead, here's a pass intercepted. Stars would have been offside as Tillery smartly didn't carry it in. Meanwhile, the Saints pick up the puck. Lucian Buckland had it bounce off his stick, the Saints captain. Up the boards, taken there by the Stars, played ahead off a stick there. Across to McIntyre, who sends it in around behind the Stars net near side corner. Emily into the slot area, poked off the stick of Grant. Buckland and Tillery. Buckland still with it. Nice stick work on a centering pass to deny that. Not sure it got their stick down, but a good job to deny the pass. Now we got a delayed penalty coming up. It's going to be against the Stars, and there's the touch. And the Saints are going to get the game's first power play. Penalty's going to be to Jackson Tillery, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 4:18 of the opening period. And the Saints will go on the power play. Off the face, off the puck tied up in the circle. Spiker comes away with it. Spiker brings it up the right-hand side. Spiker into the zone, trying to get around the defender, throws it toward the net. Stick save by Post. Grabbed there by number 21, Quarter. Long pass, it was almost intercepted by Jensen. It was off his stick. Puck goes behind the net. Hicks has it for the Stars. Clear but not out. Kept into the point. Shot. Save made by Weddlestedt. Jensen had it. Now Spiker chipped it ahead, tried to get it to Riggs too far. He'll go the length of the ice. Riggs will get there first. Riggs throws it around behind the net. Grabbed there by one of the Saints up to Buckland. He got checked off the puck. And the Stars will play it back to center with a minute 10 left on the Saints power play. Good play by Mitchell as he'll carry it into the Stars zone. Threw it into the slot area, off a stick. Stars gain possession. Hicks behind the net. Off the boards, kept in by number 24, I believe. Oh, it's Valentine, rather. But the Stars able to clear it with 50 seconds left on the penalty. Oh, a dangerous pass right in front of the net. As Gorder was in on the forecheck. Now Swan brings the puck back in. Gorder was still in the zone, so we have an offsides. 9:26 to play in the opening period, no score. Saints have 44 seconds of power play time left. Off the face-off, it's chipped in the zone, but picked up there by Buckland. Number 22, the other Buckland. Schussler comes away with it, tried to clear, it's kept into the point. Thrown toward the net, that was blocked. Grabbed there by Reuter. Reuter will skate it into the zone, gets around the defender, lost the puck into the corner, gets it back. Takes a bump there along the boards. Gorder in to help out, and the puck squirts near side corner. Buckland, cross-size pass to Buckland. Buckland to Buckland, I believe. Centering attempt, but Reuter was there to intercept it. He'll bring it into the Saints zone, now sends it in as the penalty expires. Stars back at full strength. Reuter chases down his own dump in. But the Saints come away with it. Jones had it go behind his stick. Nice play by McCray. McCray back into the Saints zone. Tough angle shot. And that's deflected off Post and up over the glass. Not sure Post saw it after it. Looks like it might have hit his shoulder. But he got just enough of it. It was a tough angle shot. Not a whole lot to shoot at there, and Post doing a good job of cutting down the angle. And the puck deflecting over the glass and off the face-off. It's tied up at the circle momentarily. The Saints come away with it. Flip up the boards, intercepted by McCray. McCray gets tied up by a couple of Saints. Jones in there for the Saints. Soccered ahead. Morton was there. Tillery was there, and they're not able to keep it in, but sent back in by Emily. Number 33 for the Saints. Up to Williams, I believe, number 1. Puck comes out of the zone. Morton will have to wait for his team to get back on side. Flips it into the zone and played over to up to Whitehead. Whitehead sends a shot, and that'll be scooped up in the glove by Weddlestedt. Still learning some of the names of the Saints, so hopefully by end of the period, middle of second period, I'll have most of their names down. Face off to the right of the goal. It comes back to Thayer at the point, but Wilson stepped in front of that from the circle. Shot on goal, and that's gloved and held by Weddlestedt. Good play by Wilson, but Weddlestedt saw it all the way right into the glove. And he hangs on, no rebound. Come back to the point off the face-off there. He'll send it to the net. Wide of the... Well, I think he's looking for a redirect to send it right along the ice. That came right through, and Weddlestedt had to be sharp and deflected off one of the Stars went on net on a shot that looked like it was going to be wide. Now here's Sanders back the other way for the Stars. Sanders with a wrist, he scores! Oliver Sanders with a wrist shot to beat post. And the Stars have taken a 1-0 lead with 7:14 to play in the opening period. Sanders with the goal on a wrist shot to beat post. We'll see if they get credited with the assist when they make the announcement here. Wow. Face off. Good play by Jensen. Jensen up the right wing side. Jensen turned. So Grant will get the assist. So Sanders from Grant give the Stars the 1-0 lead midway through the first period. Jensen plays it back to Hicks. Hicks tipped in by Grant into the zone. It's grabbed there by number 42. Gets it ahead to number 8 up to Buckland off his stick. Jensen for the Stars sends it in. That was blocked. And here comes Lucian Buckland back the other way, 1-on-4 as the Saints were making a change. Wow, Hicks tried to send it back, threw it right on the stick of a Saint. The Stars able to deflect it away. Almost a turnover right in front of the net. In fact, it was a turnover right in front of the net. Just the Stars able to recover. Now here's Gorder getting around the defenseman. Gorder, left wing side. Gorder with a wrister. And that's swallowed up by post. Oh, a dangerous moment for the Stars as the puck was turned over right at the side of the net. But the Stars able to recover and back the other way. Jimmy Gorder with a chance down the left-hand side. But a shot and a nice save by Dane Post. Reuter at the point. Plays it down low. Centering attempt. Tried to get it to Gorder. It was off a stick. A nice play to deny that. Now comes back high slot. Back to the point. Here's Schutzler. Schutzler throws it toward the net. And a save made by Post. Up the board. Picked up there by Spiker. His shot. Post got a piece of that. Deflected over there. Comes right out in front. Puck loose. And Post gets the glove down and covers it as the puck was right in front of him. Spiker with a great opportunity. As now the momentum seems to have come toward the Stars. Swan on the face-off with Quarter. Puck into the slot area, grabbed there by Glendenning, had it knocked off his stick. Swan comes away with it. He got checked off the puck. Reuter keeps it in at the point, pinching it along the half wall. Reuter throws it in toward the net, paddled away by Post. Glendenning has it, throws it right out in front, puck loose, into the slot area and cleared out of the zone by the Saints. Schutzler will get there before it crosses the line. Played up the boards for Swan. Swan throws it across tried to get it to Glendenning, too far for him. A good play by Whitehead to keep it in. Wilson threw it toward the net, but Schutzler there to intercept the pass in front of the goal. Up to Swan. Swan cuts it back through center. A nice move. Had it now poked off his stick just inside the zone. Grabbed there by Quarter. Quarter looking for a pass. Gets it ahead. Played into the zone. Schutzler with it for the Stars. Schutzler to Swan. Swan lost it momentarily. Sockers it ahead to himself. Then lost the puck. Reuter at center to Swan. Swan tried to play it back to Morton, who was jumping over the boards to get back onto the bench. Almost a turnover there, and now this one's sent down the ice. It'll be whistled for an icing against the Stars. So a couple of moments for the Stars in this game. The turnover in front of the net, and then a pass there to a player who was jumping over the boards to get back onto the bench. Fortunately, the Stars not paying any price for that. Now here's Sanders, who has the goal. Sanders gains the red line, sends it in. Sanders battling for it, gets the puck back behind the net. Sanders tried to get it to the point. Nice defensive play as the Saints intercepted up to Buckland. Had it knocked off his stick. Puck at center. Sanders stepped in front of a pass in the neutral zone. Played back into the Saints end where McIntyre will have it. Has passed. Sanders intercepts that, but a good play by Buckland up the left-hand side. Buckland with a shot, and that's gloved and held by Weddlestedt. .402 to play opening period. It's the Stars and Saints. It's Mid-America High School Hockey League action on a Friday night. Emily behind the net had it knocked off his stick. It came right back to him. He gets it ahead to Tillery. Tillery up to Sanders off his skate, but Schimmel there to pick it up for the Stars. Schimmel in the zone, gets around the defender. Schimmel all alone. A shot and a save. Post got just enough of it. Played it wide. Now the puck comes to the side of the net. And Post will put the glove down and cover it up. A great opportunity for Ashton Schimmel. He split the defenders, got in all alone with a nice save. Nice play by Dane Post to look large. He got just enough of it to deflect it wide of the goal. Off the face, off the puck side of the circle. Gorder comes in there. Gorder right in front of the net. Gorder with a chance. He scored! Jimmy Gorder! I believe it was Gorder in front of the net. We'll see. It is. No, it might have been Spiker that knocked it in. Truett Spiker with the goal, and that gives the Stars a 2-0 lead with 3:39 to play in the opening period. Certainly Gorder will get an assist. We'll see if they give a second assist on the goal, and the Stars get it on what I believe would be their 10th shot of this opening period. There were several players blocking my view, so I couldn't see exactly who had knocked it in. I thought it was Gorder, but it looked like it might have been Spiker. He's the one who led the celebration along the bench. Now it's sent length of the ice. Yep. So Spiker with the goal. Gorder gets it ahead to Riggs. Riggs with a nice move. Riggs trying to get over to Spiker, but intercepted. Good play by Young. Gorder credited with the assist. Now here comes over to Gorder. Gorder all alone. Jimmy Gorder with a shot. He hit the goal post. Oh, he had post beat, and he hit the post. He missed one post and hit the other post. Now the puck rolls in. This is going to go in on net, and Weddlestedt will have to play it there. The Saints are making a change, so a lot of open ice. Now here's a long pass up to Riggs off his stick. Saints will pick it up in their own zone. Gorder with it. Gorder banks it off the boards. Gorder had it poked off his stick. Hicks banks it off the boards, and the puck looks like it ended up on the Stars bench. A great opportunity for Jimmy Gorder, but he rang it off the pipe. He had one post beat, but not the other post. Stars not able to clear the puck at the top of the circle, picked up there by the Saints, but a good play by Schutzler. Intercept it. Puck still in the zone as it pinballs off a couple of players. Wilson with a nice move at the circle. Wilson to the forehand, throw it right out in front, but a good play. Here's a shot that's deflected wide of the goal. As the Saints get an opportunity, Thompson keeps it in. Leaves it there for Quarter. Down to Thompson along the wall, back to Quarter at the point. He'll send it down in the corner. It's Morton and number 6. Morton comes away with it off the stick of Thompson, but kept in by Quarter. Quarter plays it over to number 6, tried to get it to Wilson. Wilson got it back. His shot was blocked. Reuter with a nice block there. Stars still not able to clear. It's kept into the point, sent toward the net. Good play by Schutzler to block that, and he finally gets it out of the zone. Puck right in front of the scorer's table. Wilson comes away with it for the Saints. Wilson will carry it into the Star zone. Wilson faked the shot, still with it. Wilson with a shot, and Weddlestedt might have got a piece of that. Good play by McRae. He avoids a couple of Saints. His pass was off Wilson. Wilson hustling down both ends of the ice. He's seen a lot of ice time and is up and down the ice very quickly for the Saints. Glendenning with it. Glendenning had it taken away by Buckland, who backhands it out of the zone. And the Stars captain, Jackson Tillery, will circle back in his own zone, plays it up to McCray. Try to get it across. Buckland intercepted that. Buckland off the boards around behind the net. Tillery will get there for the Stars with Buckland on the forecheck. 1 minute to play in the period. We got a penalty coming up. Delayed penalty to the Saints. The Stars still with possession. Now we get the touch. And the Stars are going to go on the power play with 54 and 3/10 seconds to play here in the first period. It is going to be a tripping call against Buckland. And for the first time in this game, the Stars will go on the Fireball power play. Kansas City Stars power play brought to you by Fireball, the preferred cinnamon whiskey for all Kansas City Stars high school hockey parents. Face-off will be to the left of the Saints goal. It'll be Riggs back to Jensen at the point. Over to Spiker. Spiker's shot deflected wide. Porter has it to the side of the net. He had an empty net, but he shot it just inside the goal. It hit the side of the goal down in the corner. Riggs in to help out. Riggs, McIntyre gets it for the Saints and will lift it down the length of the ice. Spiker back to retrieve it for the Stars. Sets up behind his own goal. Waits for Riggs. Spiker ahead to Jensen on the breakout. Cross to Riggs off his stick. Riggs able to poke it in, chase it down himself. Back to the point to Gorder. Gorder down low to Riggs. Behind the net. Riggs still with it. Riggs throw it right out. Here's a chance for Spiker. And that was deflected wide. The puck behind the goal now comes to the side of the net. Clearing attempt. That was blocked by Riggs. Riggs gets it back to the point. And the buzzer will sound, ending the first period. And our score at the end of one period is the Kansas City Stars 2, the Kansas City Saints nothing. We'll be back after a quick pause. You're watching Kansas City Stars high school hockey. But to start the second period, it's the Kansas City Stars and the Kansas City Saints. It's Mid-America High School Hockey League varsity action on a Friday night from the Kansas City Ice Center. The Stars with the only 2 goals in that period. Oliver Sanders and Truett Spiker picking up the goals for the Stars. The Stars will be on the power play for 1:06 as Buckland's in the penalty for tripping, and off the opening face-off it's controlled by the Saints. Played back in the Stars zone. Justin Schutzler with it. Schutzler to McCray. McCray reaches back, gets it to Sanders into the zone. Sanders up the right wing side. Played it back to the point. Schutzler had to move over to the point to get it. Now off the boards to Sanders. Sanders throws it toward the net. Pad save made by Post. Shots on goal in that first period, 10 for the Stars, 9 for the Saints. Here's Schutzler, very deliberately up the ice. Now gets it to McCray. McCray into the zone, avoids one Saint. McCray with a chance. Here's a shot. Save made. And Post dives on the puck as Hicks was right out in front waiting for the rebound. .23 seconds left on the Stars power play. Face off to the left of the goal, comes back to the point. McCray over to Schutzler. Schutzler from the circle with a shot. Might have been deflected, got through. Save made by Dane. Schutzler pokes it into the slot area. Picked up there by Grant. He'll circle it around. From the slot, plays it down low. Here's a chance, save made by Post. The puck to the corner. And grabbed there by the Saints and cleared out of the zone back to center where McCray will send it back in. It was deflected, goes on the stick or quarter. He had it taken away. Hicks puts a body on him. Hicks gets it into the zone. The penalty's over, so the Saints are back at full strength. Saints not able to clear it. It deflects off Schutzler's leg and in amongst the customers. Let's see, we had a slight delay, not sure what that was for, but now we're back to play as the Puck comes along the boards. The Stars will send it in wide to the far side. Thompson with it behind the net. Lost it at the side of the goal. Now the puck hits the side of the goal again. Played ahead, picked up there by number 6, Whitehead. Whitehead pass to the Stars blue line, intercepted. Tillery couldn't catch up to it. Now the Saints get it into the zone. They had a chance for a 3-on-2, but the Stars clear it out. Swan with it, waiting for a pass, gets it over to Glendenning, but the linesman said the play was just a bit early. Offsides against the Stars. The face-off will come outside the zone. Face off the Stars, send it in, but Davis will play it across for Thompson. Thompson ahead to Buckland. Buckland carries it into the Stars zone. Buckland now to the forehand. Lost it. He tried to play it toward the net. Gets it back behind the goal. Still with it. Soccer to the front. Here's a chance. And a centering pass, and they score. Buckland got it out to, let's see who gets the goal. It will be Valentine with the goal. And the Saints have cut the lead to 2-1, scoring at the 2:08 mark of the second period. Brandon Valentine and Lucian Buckland will get the assist. I was talking with Brandon's dad, who I played hockey with many years ago, back when I could still skate and play. We had a couple good laughs. Always good to catch up with one of the Saints coach, Mark Valentine. Off the face-off, it's banked off the boards. Played ahead to Spiker. Spiker, good pass into Gorder. Gorder, cutting toward the net. A shot, what a save! As that was Riggs cutting toward the net. A perfect pass from Gorder. Riggs had it, and Post came across and made an outstanding save to keep it a 2-1 game. Well, what a terrific scoring opportunity, but good hockey, and that time the goalie was just a bit better. Then toward the net, intercepted by the Saints. Now played ahead. Here's Buckland sending it in around behind the net. Hicks had it taken away momentarily. Had to get it to Gorder, picked up there by the Stars, 2-on-2. One of the Stars gets hauled down. We got a penalty coming up. A delayed penalty to the Saints. And there's the touch-up. And the Stars are going to go back on the power play. 2 minutes and 47 seconds into this second period. Going to be Lucian Buckland for slashing. So the Stars go back on the fireball power play for the second time in this game. They were not able to convert on their first opportunity. Face off to the left, comes back to the point, but the Stars not able to keep it in, and they'll have to reset. Jensen fanned on the pass, now gets it back. Plays it off the boards. Jones will step in front of it for the Saints. Jensen carries it behind the net as this power play kind of off to a fairly auspicious start. Now Jensen will carry it into the Star, try to get around. One of the Saints plays it up the boards. Kept in there by Truitt, but he falls down and the puck comes out of the zone. Spiker blew a tire at the point, and the Stars will have to regroup. Now Spiker with it, plays it ahead. It was off a stick, and the Saints will clear it. And the Stars, first 40 seconds of this power play, and they've yet to get the puck in the zone with any kind of possession. Now it comes up to Riggs. Riggs looking for a pass. It was off Spiker's stick. Goes into the zone, and Hicks had some trouble there. Gorder keeps it into the zone. Gorder gets tied up along the boards. Hicks in to help out, or Spiker rather. Spiker digs it out of the pile. Spiker with a shot! And Post got the pad across, got just enough of it. Banked off the boards. Riggs with it. Riggs right out in front for Gorder. Off his stick. Spiker with it, and he sent it wide. Back to the point, and Jensen fell down, and here's a chance. Now for the Saints, a shot. And a terrific glove save by Weddlestedt. As the Stars having all kinds of trouble here with the ice. There were 3 or 4 Stars that lost an edge there. At some point you got to think it's the ice and not the players, but I haven't really seen the Saints having any trouble, just the Stars. Great save by Caleb Weddlestedt. As both goalies have made some outstanding saves here. Now the puck deflected up onto the bench and back into play, so we'll have a face-off outside the zone. 28 seconds left on the Stars power play, which I forgot to put up on the board. My apologies. I'll just keep the keep you updated on the time. Stars try to chip it ahead. Off the board, Schimmel plays it into the zone. Schimmel, who had the hat trick against the Thunder last weekend. Over to Schutzler. Up the left-hand side. Schutzler will carry it into the zone. Tried to get around one Saint. Taken away and sent back to center where Schimmel plays it for Reuter. Reuter over to Schutzler. Schutzler avoids one defender. Plays it off the boards. The penalty's over. Saints back at full strength. Schutzler keeps it in at the point. Dug out of the pile by Schimmel. Schimmel plays it behind the net. Now puts the brakes and brings it near side. Tried to center it out in front. That was denied. Clearing attempt kept in momentarily by the Stars. Now Porter brings it out for Payne. Payne had it taken away by Schutzler. Up the boards, and here's a chance for Grant, I believe, and a shot and a save. Pad save. Rebound comes all the way back to the point. Reuter pinching in down low. Lost the puck to the corner. Swan in there to keep it in momentarily. The puck's still in the zone. Swan digging at it, but the Saints able to clear it. And flipped high into the air, back to the blue line. Reuter puts a body on Quarter. Payne carries it behind the net. Up the boards. Pass deflected off a stick. Quarter couldn't catch up to it. Schutzler had to wait for his teammates to get back on side. Schutzler still with it. Schutzler with looking for some ice with a shot. He got it through. Had a couple of screens there, but a nice stick saved by Post. Puck in the corner, dug out by the Stars. That's Swan with it. Throw it out in front. Morton was there, but he had a stick tied up. He had a couple Saints on him and not able to get a stick on the puck. Morton back to get it at the red line. Played it ahead, intercepted by the Saints, but a good play by Reuter. Reuter getting around the defender. Reuter in. Reuter with a backhand. Oh, and Post got his glove out just enough. He got his glove in there as Reuter went to the backhand. He had a lot of net, but a great save by Post. Here's another shot. That's deflected wide. Reuter in the corner, throws it right down front. Morton had it roll off his stick. McCray picks it up. McCray lays it across for Reuter. Reuter in the corner. Leaves it for Swan. Back down low to Reuter to Swan, and on the give and go, Swan carries it behind the net. Stars with a lot of possession time here. Thrown in the slot area. Kept it into the high point. Here's a shot by McCray along the ice. Swan stepped in front of the clearing attempt, but the Saints will be able to get it out of the zone now as Porter brings it in. His shot was wide of the goal. Along the boards, McCray had it knocked off his stick. Wilson for the Saints behind the net. Being harassed there, threw it right out in front for Buckland. Off his stick, came back to Wilson, now back to the point. Sent toward the net for the Stars. Pick it up there, and back the other way is Jackson Tillery. Up the left wing side. Tillery tried to cut toward the net, but a good defensive play by Buckland to check Tillery off the puck. Emily kept it in momentarily, but brought out of the zone by Young. Kept in there. Here's a shot that goes wide by Thompson behind the net. Came right out to the side of the goal. Back to the point for Thompson along the ice. That went wide near side. Davis at the point. Tried to throw it in the slot area that deflected off a Star to the wall. Now sent right through the goal crease. Right across the top of the blue paint. And Riggs back the other way with a burst of speed. Riggs getting around the defender. Riggs to the forehand, but he had the puck roll off his stick. Specker with a shot from a tough angle. That was deflected. The puck came all the way out of the zone, and the Stars will have to reset. Hicks lost an edge, but able to poke it ahead to Gorder. to avoid what might have been a odd man rush for the Saints. Back the other way, 2-on-2 of the Stars. Here's a shot, save, puck out in front. Riggs was there, but he couldn't control it on the backhand, and now Hicks lost another edge. Now Buckland lost an edge. As he was chasing after it, we're going to have a whistle for icing call against the Saints, and now we're seeing all kinds of players. It's got to be something with the ice down there, and at the intermission, I'll see what I can find out here. And it seems like players are just having a really hard time with the ice. I know there's just cuts in the ice, the blades are getting caught, or just what's going on, but it seems like a lot of players are falling. Schimmel takes it away from McIntyre. It's played up the boards, kept in, sent toward the net, blocked by Valentine, then sent back in by the Stars. Thayer in the corner, played ahead. That was soccered off the skate of Sanders. Saints come away with it. Here's a pass ahead off the stick of Buckland. Stars send it back toward the blue line. Grabbed there by Valentine, taken away over to Schimmel. Schimmel trying to get it back to Grant off his stick in the corner. Centering attempt at the side of the net. Poked just wide of the goal. Ooh, Hicks took one up high. Yeah, let's see. We're going to have what are we going to have here? Hicks is going to have to go to the bench, I think, because of his helmet might have got knocked loose. Let's see. The face-off will be outside the Saint zone. 5:51 to play, second period. Stars with a 2-1 lead. Well, thought he dropped it, but he didn't. It started the clock, so we lost a couple of seconds. Glendenning with it, sends it in around behind the net. My clock's a little off now. Up ahead, here's Payne. Payne over to Buckland. Buckland up the right wing side, sends a shot right through the legs of the defender. Save made by Weddle, the puck behind the net. Buckland with it, brings it out. Shot was blocked by one of the Stars. Sent toward the net, and Pat Karam wide. McRae has it for the Stars. Valentine kept it in. Valentine through the slot area, poked away right on the stick of Buckland. A shot, and that was deflected over the net. Came right out in front, but Weddle was able to get over and just in time. Now the Stars come back. They would have had a 3-on-2, but a nice defensive play by the Saints, and now we're going to have a whistle as the play was brought in offsides. All right, now we got the clock fixed. Dangerous moment for the Stars here. The puck came right out in front, but Saints not able to knock it in. The Stars doing a good job of getting the puck out of danger. Off the face-off, Whitehead. Backhands it in. Puck caroms off the board, but Tillery there for the Stars. Lost it off the side of the net. Puck comes to the corner. Centering attempt. Intercepted by, Riggs. Now the puck to the corner. Emily will pick it up for the Stars. Plays it up. Intercepted by the Saints. Still in the zone. Back to the point. Now put around behind the net. Whitehead with it there. Whitehead looking for a centering back. Threw it right in the slot area. Porter was there, but off his stick. Sent out of the zone. Now fired back in around behind the net. Puck comes up to the near side wall. Tillery picks it up. Had it poked off his stick. Puck still in the zone. Whitehead gets it over. Here's the chance for Wilson. Nice pass across, but a good defensive play by Jensen. Now a long pass up for Gorder off his stick. Gorder and Payne chase after it. Payne gets there first. Backhands it up. Now played across. Spiker spins Mitchell around. Spiker swatted at it. Puck in the zone momentarily. Still in the zone as it caromed off a Saints leg. But Wilson there to pick it up and bring it out of the zone. Plays it ahead too far for Whitehead. Wilson intercepts the puck back at center, sends it in. It was off a Star, so no offsides. Emily with a cross-ice pass that was deflected off the stick of Riggs. Back into the zone. Gorder poked it away from Mitchell. Gorder and Mitchell battling for it. Puck goes down in the corner. Gorder looking for a little bit of help, but the Stars were making a change. Jones had it knocked away off his stick by Spiker. Mitchell picks it up there for the Saints. Good play by Spiker to knock the puck off his stick. Now it's chipped back to the corner, and Mitchell will grab it there for the Saints. Mitchell lays it up for Jones. Jones will send it in. Puck will carry him to the side of the net. Jensen there for the Stars, number 8. For the Saints, the Stars come away with it out of the zone. Jones backhands it up. It plays on side, Buckland and Davis, but the Stars come away with it. A nice play. Stars have a 3-on-2. Here's Jensen. Jensen sends it in off the boards. McIntyre plays it there. Grabbed there by Sanders. Sanders tried to get it back to the point. Buckland stepped in front of that. Sanders and back to the point, kept in by Jensen. Jensen had 2 Saints on him, doing a nice job to keep the puck in the zone. Grant will backhand it down behind the net. McIntyre for the Saint plays it around the boards. Hicks will pinch in, but not able to keep it in. Here comes Buckland back up the right wing side. Buckland gets spun around, got the shot off on net. Save made by Weddlestadt. The puck played around behind the net and taken there by the Stars. The long pass, tried to get it up to Grant. The puck was deflected. It actually hit Grant, but was too far behind him at the blue line. It would have been onside. Hicks in the corner. Plays it ahead, but McIntyre pinching in, makes the save, picked up by Schimmel. Back the other way, 2-on-1 momentarily. Schimmel tried to play it across, but a good play by Valentine to get back. Sanders was cutting down the right wing side for the Stars. It comes up the boards, taken there by Buckland. Buckland chips it around. Buckland still with a puck, cuts to the center of the ice, looking for a shot. Blocked there by the Stars. Clear but not out. Davis keeping it into the point, bouncing puck in the high slot area. Comes out in front. Buckland with a shot that was deflected just wide of the goal. Centering attempt deflected. Thompson with a shot that was off Morton's legs. The puck came right out in front. Now Sanders able to get it out of the zone. Thompson will get there first for the Saints. What a good play by the Stars. Here's a chance for Morton. Morton with a shot. Oh, and a great save. Another fine save by Post as Morton was in all alone. Now the Saints player fell down behind the net. Who is that? That's Buckland, who lost the edge. Now we're down to 40 seconds to play here in the second period. Morton intercepts it in the zone. Morton throws it toward the net, off the stick. Puck bouncing around. And then cleared away. Hicks had a bounce over his stick. It almost turned into a scoring opportunity for the Saints. Puck comes out to center, grabbed there by Buckland. Buckland up the left wing side from the top of the circle. His shot wide of the goal. It comes all the way out of the zone. There's a race for the puck. Spiker and Payne. Payne was able to chip it away, and the Saints will come back. We're down under 10 seconds to play. Swan had it bounce off his stick. Here's Wilson up the left wing side. Wilson takes it wide, the puck behind the net. It's picked up there by the Stars, and the buzzer will sound, ending the second period of play. Our score after 2 periods, it's the Kansas City Stars 2, the Kansas City Saints 1. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the third period in about 10 minutes. You're watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey. Teams returning to the ice, and we're getting ready to start the third period of play. It's Mid-America High School Hockey League action between the Kansas City Saints and the Kansas City Stars. Stars with a 2-1 lead. It was the Saints picking up the only goal in that second period. Brandon Valentine with the goal, assisted by Lucian Buckland. That made the score 2-1. Shots on goal in the second period, 11 for the Stars, 7 for the Saints. The Stars have a 2-period total of 21. The Saints with 16 shots through 2 periods. Kansas City Stars hockey is brought to you by Clarkson Construction, a Midwest leader in delivering innovative solutions for some of the region's largest infrastructure projects. By Global Earthworks and Underground, more than 12 years of mission-critical experience providing expert site utilities, mass excavation, and paving services. And by Crown Realty, family-owned and operated since 1973, the oldest and largest independent real estate firm in the area. I want to thank our sponsors for their support of Kansas City Stars hockey. Well, it's been a pretty entertaining game. Both teams have had plenty of scoring opportunities. The Stars maybe with a few more, but Dane Post has been outstanding in goal for the Saints, stopping several great scoring opportunities, flashing the leather, making some great saves on some great scoring opportunities on the other end. Caleb Weddlestead has also made some outstanding saves, showing his ability to look large, move quickly, and get in front of the puck. We start the third period. It'll be Ashton Schimmel taking the draw for the Stars. It'll be Porter in the face-off circle for the Saints. No carryover penalties. We'll start the period with each team at full strength, and off the face-off, it's controlled by Sanders over to Tillery. Tillery carries it in, tried to get it to Schimmel off his stick. Tillery gets it back down low. Here's a chance and a save by Post on a tough angle shot. Now the puck to the corner. One of the Stars got knocked down. Saints with it behind the net, now brought out near side. It was that McIntyre with Schimmel on the forecheck. McIntyre sent it right in on his own net. Pass ahead off a stick, picked up there by Emily. We got a whistle behind the play, and face-off coming up at center. I said the puck might have been played with either a high stick or a hand pass, maybe. Didn't exactly see what the call was, but face-off at center. And it's controlled by the Saints. Sent in by Quarter, around behind the net. Taken there by Tillery, the Stars captain. Had it knocked off his stick. Good play by Whitehead. Stars able to clear it out of the zone. This is going to go... Nope, they're going to wave the icing off, as it was deflected behind the net. Up ahead, off too far for Quarter. This will go the length of the ice. They're going to wave that icing off as well. Spiker with it for the Stars. Spiker plays it into center. Intercepted by Mitchell. He'll play it around behind the net. Saints are making a change, so the Stars will have a little bit of open ice. As Tillery grabs it there. Tillery had it poked off his stick. Puck bounces out of the zone. Now chipped back in. Stars lose the puck momentarily. It's swatted out of the zone. Now chipped ahead by Gorder, but Buckland had it, lost it, gets it back. Buckland, nice pass over to Jones. Jones tried to get it ahead, but a good defensive play by Swan. It was on the back check. Played back in by the Saints. Jensen gets it out of the zone to Swan up the left wing side. Swan cutting toward the net. Swan with a chance. Swan lifted it up over the glass and out of play. Well, he had a sand wedge when he needed a 8-iron. Got it just a little bit too high and hoisted it up over the glass. The faceoff will stay in the zone, out of play. Now they're keeping the puck, so it must have been deflected, so they're keeping the faceoff in the zone. Maybe it wasn't as high as I thought. Here's McRae with a nice move to the back end, tried to spin around at the circle, had it taken away on a good defensive play by Valentine up to Buckland. Buckland will carry it into the Star zone. Buckland taking it wide. Now behind the net. Still with the puck on the backhand. Now spins it around behind the goal. Hicks plays it around for McRae. McRae chips it off the boards and out of the zone. Back to center. Run around by Buckland and played back into the Star zone. Up to Swan off his stick. Deflects off a skate. Thompson had it. That's played in. It's going to go in on net. And Post will not take any chances. He'll put the glove down and cover it up in the crease. Thought I stopped the clock there, but we'll get it reset. 12:39 to play, third period. Young and Schimmel opposite each other in the face-off circle. Stars controlled it momentarily, but the Saints had it. Kept in Sanders doing a good job. Schimmel trying to dig it out. Puck comes around behind the Saints net. Behind the net, Schimmel intercepts it. Tried to stuff it in near side. Now the puck right out in front. Still loose. Sanders couldn't get it to the forehand. Tried to throw it out in front. That was paddled away by Post. Kept in the zone. Now off the boards. Grant plays it back behind the net. Here's a chance for Sanders, but the puck it was momentarily on the back of the goal. Sanders had it there, lost it. Grant took a swipe at it. And back goes Buckland, had it taken away. Here's a chance for Grant. Grant to the back end, trying to get right score! Ben Grant got it to the back forehand on the turnover in the Saints zone, and he puts it in with 11:57 to play to give the Stars a 3-1 lead. Ben Grant with the goal, and I believe it will be unassisted. We'll see what the official scoring is on it. Stars playing in behind the net. Yep, unassisted goal as Grant intercepted. Now here's a chance for Wilson as the puck bounced over the stick, but a good play by Riggs on the back check. Saints still control it. Wilson in the corner, tried to center it. Reuter stepped in front of that. Poked down to the corner, bouncing puck over a stick. Schutzler with it for the Stars. Schutzler to the backhand. Wilson will step in front of that. Wilson try to get around, gets knocked down by Schutzler. Stars fans appreciating the effort there. Now here's a centering attempt as Wilson threw it right in. It was off the stick of Whittlested. Now we got a race for the puck. Puck still loose. Riggs got knocked down, but it was a good defensive play by the Saints there to prevent what would have been possibly a 2-on-1. A move there by Porter. He gets sandwiched by a couple of Stars, and we're going to have an interference call against the Stars. Yeah, he had given up the puck, and a couple of Stars made a Porter sandwich, and the Saints are going to go on the power play. The Justin Schutzler, 2 minutes for interference, the penalty at the 4:03 mark of the third period. Second power play opportunity for the Saints. They did not convert on their first opportunity, and that was back in the first period. Been a pretty clean game, a lot different than the game we saw a few weeks ago. Only the fourth penalty of the game, 2 for each player. Here's a shot off the faceoff that was deflected wide. Emily tried to clear it. Good stick lift by Glendenning, but the puck kept in by Buckland. He swings it toward the net, and Whittlested will not take any chances. He'll put the glove down and freeze the puck in the crease. Faceoff will be to the left of the Stars' goal. That's a huge goal, especially at this point in the game. The Saints had picked up some momentum when they scored, and cutting that to a 1-goal lead, but the Stars able to regain that 2-goal lead. Now sent down the ice. Post will leave it behind the net for Buckland. Buckland circles it back. He and one of the Stars get tangled up. That's Glendenning. Now chipped ahead off the stick of Wilson. Grabbed there by Swan. Swan backhands it out of the zone and down the ice. Porter behind his own net. Swan on the forecheck doing a good job. Swan chips it away. Still with the puck. He's got 3 Saints down there, but Swan doing a good job. Took about 10 seconds off the penalty. Glendenning gets it. He'll fire it right back in. And the Stars doing a good job. The Saints have not been able to really establish much possession inside the zone. Now Buckland gets around the defender. Buckland with Emily. Emily takes Buckland into the boards. Valentine in to help out Wilson. He got three Saints, 1 Star. Centering attempt intercepted by the Stars, and Glendenning will backhand it out of the zone. 40 seconds left on the Saints power play. Mitchell behind his own net, leaves it there for Young. Young up the right-hand side with a burst of speed. Off the boards for Buckland. Jay Buckland takes a bump there. Gets knocked down. That was Jensen. Jensen comes away with the puck, tries to clear. McIntyre keeps it in along the board, sends it down low for who's that? Jay Buckland. Jensen comes away with it for the Stars and lifts it high into the air and out of the zone. Bouncing puck settled down by McIntyre. Plays it up through center. The pass comes right back to the stick of Davis, who sends it in. Jensen for the Stars. He'll have a chance to clear it as the Saints were making a change. Penalty's over, so the Stars back at full strength off the stick of Schimmel. Wilson grabs it there. Schimmel stepped in front of that pass, but the Saints able to get it into the Stars zone. But the Stars will quickly bring it right back out. Here's Brody Jensen. His pass was off the stick, tried to get it to Grant. Played up back to center. Comes back onto the stick of Morton. He had it knocked away. Wilson up the right wing side. Wilson's shot. And that'll be gloved and held by Weddlestedt. Wilson doing a good job of using the Stars defenseman as a screen, but a great job by Weddlestedt seeing the puck all the way into the glove. We got a little equipment maintenance. Looks like Brody Hicks in there helping Caleb Weddlestedt with looks like an issue with one of the pads. Maybe one of the straps needed to be readjusted. Looks like it's all fixed and we'll be ready to go. The face-off to the right of Weddlestedt. Off the face-off back to the point. Mitchell plays it around the boards. It'll come up far side. Wilson pinching in. Schutzler comes away with it for the Stars. Off the stick of Sanders, and that'll go the length of the ice and whistle for an icing against the Stars. The faceoff will come back in to the Stars zone. Now Weddlestedt skating to the bench. There must be something going on with his equipment there, and we're going to have a goalie change. Tanner Brace has come off the bench into the net. It looks like something going on with Weddlestedt's equipment, so he's over to the bench getting that fixed. In the meantime, it's Tanner Brace coming in cold. Brace comes in with 8:09 to play, and that's a tough situation to come in cold like that. Here's Quarter with it, sent wide. Centering attempt. That bouncing around in front of the net, and the Stars clear it out of danger. And a good play by Sanders to get it out of the zone. He chases after it. But Payne got there first for the Saints. Mitchell backhands it up to try to get it to Wilson, but cleared out of the zone by Schutzler. Payne up to Quarter. Quarter sends it in around behind the net. Schutzler has it there for the Stars. Saints making a change, a lot of open ice. As Schutzler gets around one defender, Schutzler will carry it in right wing side, had it poked off his stick. Morton keeps it in, he'll send it toward the net. That was deflected, bouncing puck in front of the goal. Soccered away. Spiker got upended, no call. Reuter plays it off the boards into the zone, but the Saints bring it right back out. Valentine with it. Valentine puts it back on the forehand. Sends it in around behind the Stars' net. The puck will come all the way around. Far side, Lucian Buckland skating in, takes a big hit by Schutzler. Puck comes into the slot area. The Stars clear it out with a pass just off the stick of Spiker. Banked off the boards. Riggs couldn't play it or it would have been offsides. Spiker will pick up the puck at center. Backhands it into the zone. McIntyre will get there first at the bottom of the circle. Plays it up the boards near side. Tillery keeps it in, plays it behind the net. The puck to the far side corner. Riggs and Buckland go into the boards. They're digging at it. Gorder in to help out. Now the puck squirts out about halfway up the board. Spiker backhanded it down. Now here, played ahead out of the zone. Off a stick. That was Payne. Couldn't control it. Thayer lays it over to Quarter. Quarter back to McIntyre with Lucian, or Jay Buckland. Comes back to Buckland. Buckland into the Star zone. He got knocked down. Emily had it. Couldn't control it. The puck loose at the side of the net. Spun toward the net. Brace makes the save. Tillery puts a body on one of the Saints. Now we got a penalty coming up. We got to be careful here. Not to do anything that might draw a 5-minute major penalty, because the Stars have a big game against the Knights on Sunday, and a major penalty includes a 1-game suspension. So Spiker to the penalty box. 2 minutes for roughing. The time of the penalty, 9:06. Saints back on the power play for the third time in this game. Stars have killed off the first two. Valentine. And the Stars able to clear it. Buckland. L. Buckland behind the net. Brings it out with Grant on the forecheck. Pass ahead, picked up by Mitchell. Mitchell in the front of the net, lost it. Stars play it to the boards. Wilson there. That's Schimmel for the Stars. Schimmel comes away with it. Still with the puck. Good job by Schimmel. Had it knocked off the stick. Here's a chance for the Saints. Wilson spun it toward the net. Shot it wide. Stars able to clear as the puck sent around the boards and all the way down the ice. And Mitchell will play it there with Grant on the forecheck. Now Grant backs off. Mitchell takes it behind the net. Mitchell rings it in. Pass back to Wilson. Wilson will skate it back to his own blue line as the Saints reset. Now Wilson carries it in the zone up the right-hand side, still with the puck to the backhand. Poked off the stick. A nice play by Tillery. And the Stars able to send it the length of the ice with 50 seconds left on the man advantage. L. Buckland with it. I'll call him L. Buckland and J. Buckland. Buckland fell down. Sends it in from his knees. Benson and Jay Buckland go into the boards. Mitchell comes away with it. Mitchell still with the puck. Throw it right out in front. The puck comes to the side of the net. And Brace will put the glove down. No, I'm sorry. That's Weddle set back in goal for the Stars. I didn't see the change back to Weddle step, but he got his equipment issue fixed. And makes a save, freezing the puck at the side of the net. Off the face-off, the shot block. Payne fanned on his shot. Puck at the corner, comes back to Payne. Shot toward the net that hit Schutzler's skate, deflects to the corner. Jay Buckland with it. Falls down from his knees, tried to play it. Taken away by the Stars and cleared out of the zone with 10 seconds left on the power play. Down the ice, I think the goalie thought it was going to be icing. Riggs on the forecheck. Played around the boards out of the zone. Just as the penalty expires, sent back in by the Stars, deflected off the stick. No icing. Riggs and one of the Saints go into the boards. Can't see who that is. Looks like it's Payne. Played off the boards. Kept in by Schutzler at the point. Chips it down low. Grabbed there by the Saints. Schutzler keeps it in again. Comes into the slot area. Morton was there, but so was the Saint, and the shot was deflected. Glendenning fans on a shot. Glendenning tried to get to it. The puck went in toward the net. Post might have got a piece of that. Here's Schutzler. Schutzler with a nice move. Over to Morton. Morton with a great shot. And a fine save. It looked like Post might have taken it off the grill. Reuter back in his own end. Skates it behind his net. Whitehead was on the forecheck for the Saints. Reuter over to Swan into the zone, trying to get around the defender. Swan with a move, and he lifted it over the net. Post might have got a piece of it. It was back to the point, but nobody there for the Stars. Morton tried to chase it down, but it's brought back in offsides. With 2:48 to play in the hockey game. Faceoff will come outside the Saint zone. Off the face-off, the puck right in front of the Saints bench. Quarter skates it back into the zone being harassed by Schimmel. Schimmel almost came away with it. Saints come away, and Wilson blew a tire. The Saints bring it into the zone, Jones rather. Here's a shot that was off the waffle board. Weddlestedt momentarily misplayed it, but the Stars able to clear it out of danger. The puck's still in the zone, however. Grant not able to clear it. Puck's still in the zone. It hit Wilson. Grant doing a nice job, takes it away, gets it up to Sanders. Sanders is Schimmel cutting toward the net. Sanders trying to get around the defender. Grant with a puck right out front. Here's a chance and a save. Schimmel with a shot, but Post got the pad down to make the save. Now the puck came out of the zone, sent back in as we're down to 2 minutes to play in the game. Mitchell off the board. Tillery stepped in front of that. Tillery comes away with it. Here's Tillery with a touch. Score! Jackson Tillery! I believe that'll be an unassisted goal as Tillery took the puck away A shot along the ice, and it beat post. And the Stars get a little bit of cushion there as they now have a 4-1 lead with 1:53 to play. An unassisted goal by Tillery, and the Stars have a 4-1 lead. And that is a huge goal because to come back from 3 goals in less than 2 minutes is a pretty tall task. But anything's possible. Here's a shot deflected high up with the glass. Thayer sends it toward the net. That deflected wide. Behind the net battle for the puck, Valentine was there. Puck comes to the face-off circle. L. Buckland rather. Centered it right out in front. That was deflected away, and the Stars able to clear it out of danger. Up the right-hand side is Riggs. Riggs cuts it to the center. Riggs, as Buckland lost the stick, Riggs had it poked away. Riggs threw it back behind the net, 1:20 to play. Spiker takes a hit along the boards. Puck squirts out. Saints come back the other way. Pass deflected off a stick. Gorder brings it back in. Gorder trying to go wide on McIntyre. Centering attempt. McIntyre blocked that. Puck comes up the board over the stick. 1 minute to play in the game. And cleared out of the zone as it bounced over Jensen's stick. And Weddlestedt will leave it for Jensen. He'll bring it back up here off a stick. Backhanded in by Gorder. Didn't go into the zone. Jensen and Thompson there. L. Buckland came away with it. J. Buckland rather. Hicks backhands it back out of the zone. And it's brought back in by the Saints. Played to the corner. Back to the point. Thompson threw it in the slot area. Loose puck. Grabbed there. Sent wide of the goal. Behind the net. Centering attempt. Stars clear but not out. Thompson threw it into the slot area. 20 seconds to play in the game. Puck comes up the boards. Back to the point. Thompson into the slot area, but the Stars come away with it. Riggs tried to chip it ahead. Gorder was breaking loose, but a good defensive play by the Saints as we're down to the final 5 seconds of this game, and now just a matter of the clock running out. And there's a big hit by Riggs as the buzzer sounds ending the game. A big hit there, but the players get up, congratulate each other. A good show of sportsmanship by both the Saints and the Stars. As the Stars win it, 4-1. A well-played hockey game, and the Stars pick up their 3rd consecutive win here, beating the Saints here at the Kansas City Ice Center, 4-1. Join us Sunday. We'll be right back here at the KC Ice Center. The Stars will be taking on the defending champion Kansas City Knights. Game time 9:10 a.m. here at Kansas City Ice Center. Thanks again for watching. Again, our final score, the Kansas City Stars 4, the Kansas City Saints 1. You've been watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey.